Do.
All right, thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. The president called Senate Republicans hypocritical. Oh, it wasn't just that. Hypocritical, dangerous, and disgraceful after they blocked a vote to raise the debt ceiling. Watch this.
Not only are Republicans refusing to do their job, they're threatening to use their power, to prevent us from doing our job, saving the economy from a catastrophic event. I think, quite frankly, it's hypocritical, dangerous, and disgraceful. Their obstruction and irresponsibility knows absolutely no bounds.
Well, here is a Republican senator from the state of Florida, Rick Scott. Mr. Senator, hypocritical, dangerous, and disgraceful. Would you like to respond?
Well, that's exactly what he is. I mean, this is the same guy that he didn't vote for the debt ceiling. Let's remember, here's why the Democrats want Republicans to come on board. The Democrats can do this all by themselves. They're doing all this spending all by themselves. They have the White House, the House, and the Senate. They don't need a Republican vote except if we say we're going to suspend the debt ceiling so we don't have to talk about a number. They can do it all by themselves, but they don't want to have to explain to the American public. Their plan is to take the debt to $45 trillion. Why are we even talking about this? We're talking about this because Republicans know that this unbelievable spending by the Democrats is costing families money. Inflation is it's just unbelievable inflation. Families all across the country are saying, I don't have enough money to buy the gas to go to work and have the money to feed my kids, buy the food for my kids. And I can't buy a house anymore. It's gotten too expensive. And these cars are ridiculously expensive, all because of inflation caused by ridiculous government spending. This has got to stop. So Biden is being a complete hypocrite here. The Democrats are doing everything else by themselves. They passed the $1.9 trillion non-COVID bill in April by themselves. The reckless spending bill they're going to do by themselves. But they want us to cover for their ridiculous spending. I'm not doing it, and Republicans are not going to do it.
We could get a debt downgrade, though, like we did in 2011, because the political process to get the debt ceiling raised is so complicated and the trajectory of the debt is so strong. Even if we, all this wrangling, you could still get a debt rating reduction like 2011. Now, that's going to be a real problem for the market, Senator.
Stuart, people have got to understand the American public is not a bunch of idiots. They are not going to raise their taxes to pay for all this. The bond market, the people that are buying long-term treasuries have got to stop and say to themselves, do they really believe the American public is this stupid that they're going to elect people like me to raise their taxes? So whether it's a ground date, I don't want us to default on our debt. But if we do, the Democrats made this choice. They must think politically if this is good for them. It makes no sense to me, to anybody in this country. But let's remember, we have got to start living within our means. You have to, American families have to, and this inflation that's being caused by reckless spending is really hurting the poorest families in this country right now. This has to stop. We've got to live within our means, and Democrats don't want to do it. It makes you so mad.
Is there any doubt in your mind that we will default? I mean, that's the wrong way around.
I'd be shocked.
I'm personally absolutely certain that we will not default on our loans. Do you have the same level of certainty?
Absolutely. By the way, we still have enough money to pay the interest on it. If there was a default, it was because the executive branch decided to default. We're raising plenty of money in this country. Our taxes are plenty high enough.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, yes, sir, they are. Senator Scott, thank you very much for being here, sir. Good stuff. We'll see you again soon.
Bye-bye.